Game just like we knew it would be. UC Irvine's got a great ball club, and we knew they'd battle us. They're a premier team. Them and Long Beach are the premier teams in the Big West, I think, this year, and we knew we were going to be in for a battle. And I was really proud of our guys the way they closed it out, because each team is different, and each team, I'm talking about us, each year to year it's different, and you got to find ways to close those games out, and I thought our guys did a great job down the stretch of that game to finish it.
Open up for questions.
Leon, the matchup that you have is one of the more interesting ones. It's one of the taller teams you're going to play, and you don't tend to play tall, but just your thoughts on how you were able to handle it tonight and playing to your strengths, shooting the three.
Yeah, we don't see a ton of zone throughout the year, and we know that they're a really good zone team with the big guy in there, and he kind of nullifies the middle. But we didn't want to just take all threes against them, and we came out a little bit sluggish against their zone, and we were pretty excited to shoot some threes. I thought we just made some uncharacteristic mistakes and had too many turnovers in the first half, and that's not really who we are. We got to eliminate 3 or 4 of those at least. But then once we settled into it, we got some good shots against that zone, and we were able to attack it kind of from the high post a little bit and drop it down, and get some good finishes by the big guys at the rim, and that ends up opening things up for you on the perimeter. And when you open it up on the perimeter for us, those guys are good shooters. They're going to make them.
I was to say, you mentioned kind of getting those shots, the passing. You think you had 21 assists on 25 field goals.
Yeah.
Just the ball movement, and against that zone, pretty big.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you have good guys with good vision, good passing, good shooters, it's a great recipe for success against a zone. And some nights you're not going to make them all, but when we get good shots, the percentages are they're gonna be there at the end, and we're going to make enough of them. So I knew that you start out not scoring the first 4 minutes, but I wasn't that concerned. I knew that we'd get settled in and we'd find our way.
Good.
For Chandler, talked about what it meant to come home and not too far from where you played high school ball and play against UC Irvine.
Well, yeah, it was a blessing to be able to come home. Not everyone gets to do that during Thanksgiving, especially with all the tournaments going on. So I'm very fortunate to be here to get to play in front of my home crowd, and really I just wanted to come out and hustle and play well, especially being back home.
Anthony, how'd you feel out there? Getting that rest Monday. How big was that for you, especially since you're going to have 3 games in 4 days?
Yeah, the rest was nice. Hurt my knee against Arizona, so it was good to get that couple of days off. But yeah, it was fun to be out there, being back out there with the guys, and playing pretty well and getting a win with the boys. So yeah, it was good.
Chandler, UC Irvine recruited you pretty hard. How close did you come to? How close was your decision to choose Boise over UC Irvine?
Well, yeah, definitely. It was between Boise State and UC Irvine, really, in the top 2. I had, good connections with the coaches and the assistants, and took an unofficial over there. Liked it. It was a big thing for me. I wasn't really a guy who had to be home to play basketball, so scheduled my official visit to Boise State and figured out that was the best spot for me, and didn't even end up taking an official visit to UC Irvine.
Leon, one of the big things with Chandler this year in his growth is kind of the aggressiveness, and he's been able to rebound better, obviously better than ever. And then today he had a bunch of offensive rebounds. How big has that been in his
That's
improvement?
huge, because we're a unique team that way, where sometimes Nick is the one. We have our center get back, and we have our 3 guys that can go get it, which is a little different. And he and James have great nose for the ball. They fly in there, use their length and athleticism, and when they're doing that, they get to a lot of balls. And I think each game, Chandler's gotten better and better and better at it as he figures it out. Like, hey, if I just keep going, I'm going to get rewarded. And tonight he gets 7 boards. That was a big factor. Us getting 11 offensive rebounds against that zone, that was a huge factor.
Last question.
Leon, besides what you guys did on offense, you shut down their inside game completely. The die was non-factor for 19 minutes. Expected, unexpected?
Well, our guys did a nice job battling, and sometimes, you know, you just get a few breaks you fall your way in that sense. And, you know, there was a ball that went off his hands and caused a travel, and those were good, you know, good breaks for us. And then he got a little bit of foul trouble, and that tends to make a guy that's going to score a little bit less aggressive sometimes. And so I think all those were a factor, but they drive a hard bargain down low. We were just, you know, picking our poison a little bit. We know how explosive those guards are, and if they get going, and they, you know, they had 19 points at half, those two guards, and we knew that if we let them go crazy, we probably wouldn't win this game.
All right, gentlemen.